Hi everyone, today's my video is gonna be about my Hoyas. I think this is my first video which I'm taking about my Hoyas, and when they were in blooms, I wasn't able to show you because I am busy lady. I could show you my blooming Hoyas, but in between my other videos I showed how this Hindu rope Hoya was blooming and my snow-capped Hoya was blooming also at that time. Now this Hoya is growing peduncle here and is gonna bloom soon. This is a peduncle. This Hoya I purchased this year. This is my rescued Hoya. It was on clearance and I bought this, and here on this table my propagations. As you see here, this Hoya I propagated, and here I propagated. See this leaf? I plant them in different pots, and this is my last year propagated Hoya. See, it's started growing peduncle also here. See, it's gonna bloom soon. See, it's small. This Hoya, snow-capped Hoya, it also bloomed for me, and now it's growing other peduncles, this one and this one. See, it's tiny now. But today's my video is not gonna be about my successful growing. Today's video is gonna be about my problems. Here, this is a snow-capped Hoya also, see, and I have problem here. When we see yellowing leaves or wilting leaves, this is a sign that there is something wrong with this Hoya. Not with all of this plant, but here I have several plants. I propagated this snow-capped Hoya this year, and some of them are yellowing, and we will see what's going on here. Probably root rot here. As I'm busy lady, I don't check them every day. I don't have time to check them every day because I have other plants, and they stay outside. Well, sometimes I don't have even time to come outside and check what's going on with my plants. And 3 days ago I found out this problem with this Hoya, and let's follow me. I have my Hoyas over there. I have Hoyas here. This Hoya I propagated last year, and only this Hoya, which is they call it Belobata, I bought it last year, and since I bought this Hoya, it's blooming for me. Last year it bloomed for me, and I I took video. I forgot that I took video about Hoya last year. This is the second video, I think. This Hoya was bloomed for me last year, and this year it's blooming again, and I have some problems with this Hoya too. See, it has some yellowing leaves, but it's not big problem because I see that it's healthy. Probably it's old leaf or sunburn, I don't know. And it's also blooming. See, constantly it blooms for me constantly. It's cute, small tiny flowers, but it's very cute Hoya. And I have here peduncle, and they're blooming, you know. This Hoya, it blooms non-stopping. I don't know, maybe it's how many times it bloomed this year, but I didn't have time to make video. And this Hoya also bloomed, and this Hoya I bought from Lost last year, and look at this, how it grew in 1 year. It's long, it's touching the earth, and see, even this branch, it's growing, how it's growing crazy. It's long, see, and it bloomed for me from here. And this branch is this year's branch. It's new, see, from this long branch it grew this long branch, which is, I don't know how many feet is this, probably 4 feet, I don't know. See, this Hoya I bought last year from Lowe's, and during the winter I lost half of it. See, it was full of this pot, and the half I lost it during the winter because, you know, I wasn't ready to grow Hoya. See, this is dead, but the roots are not dead, I don't know. Yeah, why I lost this half of the plant, because I wasn't ready to grow Hoyas, and I didn't have enough space for my plants in the house. I put these long Hoyas, you know, on the topest shelf, and it was nearly touching the ceiling. And there it was dark, and this side, which was looking to the light, which was close to the window, it survived. See, and the rest, the half part, which was not seeing the light, I lost. They died, and it happened with this also, with this Hoya also. I propagated this Hoya last year. See how long it grew. My Hoyas grow very fast. If you are interested how I'm growing Hoyas, I will make a different video about that, but now I have problem. This video is gonna be long because we have to know how to deal with this problem. That's why be ready to watch this video. It's gonna be long. See, this Hoya is growing crazy, long, and oh, look at this. It's from sun. This plastic is decaying. It's not strong now. I have to put it on the floor. See, it's long Hoya, and I have to fix this. I have to put another hanger. See how it's growing. These are new growths. See, it's growing new branches, and this Hoya also bloomed for me this year. And now I have to show you something here. This Hoya I propagated last year, and I also lost from this Hoya during the winter, and now I am losing again. See what happened? It's you know, we had lots of rainy days this year in summer, and it's this see, this plant, it had rotted. See, it has root rot. 3 or 4 days ago I found out that the leaves are wrinkly. See, it's not it's like leather, it's wrinkly. It has to be like this, shiny and strong. See, but this is, see how it is looking. it has wrinkles. And see, it started growing new growth from this part and from the tip. See, and now I have to save this Hoya and help it, and I'm gonna show you. During the winter it happened with this Hoya. I had full of pot. Here I had other plant. I had 3 of them here, and one is here. See, one is still here, it's growing, but this one is gonna die. Now we will save this Hoya, and the other one I saved during the winter, and I will show you. It's on the table. Let's follow me. I forgot to tell you that I have here 2 kind of Hoya carnosas. This is, see, this is new growth, and you can see that the edges of the leaves are different color, and when it's new, when it's baby, it's gonna look like pink. See, it's a little bit pink, and then when it gets old, these leaves get old, they look like this color, creamy color. And this one also carnosa, and if I show you the difference, this is new growth, and see the pink color is inside of the leaves. See, this is baby leaf and it's pink. When it gets old, it will look like this. And 3 colors, here are 3 colors, green and light green, and see how it's white inside. And when it's baby, it will look like this, pink. And see what is the difference between them. These are both carnosas, and see, this has pink inside, and this has edges pink. And when they will get old, they will look like this. Edges are white, and here is center is white here. And I have here Waieti, Hoya Waieti, Waieti eye, or how they call it, I don't know. And see here how it's growing every year. You know, last year when I took it outside, it acted like that. It likes to be close to the wall, and it climbs. See, it attaches to the wall with its roots, and it grows. And when I wanna take them in the house in the winter, see how it's growing, and even insects are attacking this Hoya. See how they love this Hoya. See, I have to spray something, insecticide or something, or cayenne pepper here. They love this plant. And here I have courtesy eye, Hoya courtesy eye. This Hoya I found from Home Depot last year. It was dying plant. It was super dry, and the tips of the Hoya were still green, little bit of them. And I saved this Hoya last year, and this year it was growing in my house. It was long and full of the pot in the house. And when I took in early spring, when I took it outside, the rain killed this Hoya because it doesn't like too much water. That's why I was losing this Hoya, and I propagate it again. And on the table I have this Hoya, which I you know, from the tips from the dying Hoya, I planted in 2 pots. This is 1 pot, and the other pot is on the table. I will show you it. And I saved this Hoya also, and only these Hoyas, these 2 I bought from the store. This one, this Hoya carnosa from Lowe's, and this Hoya bilobata, I bought it from Florida in Lowe's. I found it from Lowe's. And the rest Hoyas I propagated myself. This Waieti eye I propagated myself, and look at this, how it's growing crazy now. I will make another video how I will take. I'm taking care of these Hoyas because now I have problem. Let's deal this problem. I will show you. Probably this video will help you if you will have this kind of problem. This is courtesy Hoya. See, I planted some of the still live branches in this pot last year, and this was the smaller. That was that hanging which I showed you. That hanging one was big and long, but when I hanged it in that place where it can drink from rainwater, it doesn't like too much water, and it killed. And let's save this Hoya. Here also I have see, I have this Hoya, and I planted this Hoya last 2 years ago, I think. 2 years ago. This Hoya's name is, see, Hoya carnosa Chelsea. This is also Hoya carnosa, and now I'm showing you three kind of Hoya carnosas. See, it has different leaves. See, the leaves are a little bit smaller in this Hoya, and look at these leaves. They grow like this. It's different than that one. When I was propagating this Hoya, it had only 2 leaves, like these leaves, small tiny leaves. Look at this, how it's small tiny. This is my finger, and you can see how it is small. And this kind of 2 small leaves with a branch, with a stem, I planted in this pot, in this big pot, and it was growing so well. And this year I propagated it because the sun burned some of its leaves, and here, you know, it was already long Hoya. It was long, but the sun, it burned some of its leaves like this. See, it's sunburned, and those leaves fell, and I didn't like how it was looking. The next stem, and on the tip it had some leaves, and I didn't like how it was looking, and I decided to cut that stem, long stem, and propagate it again. See, now I have 4 Hoya carnosa Chelsea. See, here in this pot I have 3 of them. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5 carnosa Chelseas I have now. This is my propagation, and the rest of the stem is sitting still here, and it's growing new growth. See, this is new growth, and it started growing also. And now I will show you how to deal with this kind of problem. This is already long Hoya, which I am planning to save it. What we can do with this Hoya, I will tell you what we can do. In winter time, as I told you, I was losing my Hoya, and good, I noticed it, that I noticed it from the leaves. You know, it had also this kind of wrinkly leaves, and I put some of them in this vase in water. See, in water, and it's sitting still in water. I put them in winter time, and now under the growing lamp it started growing new growth. See, in winter time I didn't have growing lamp. After I bought, I found my orchids from trash. I put shelf and I put growing lamp, and when I started growing African violets, when I had lots of them, I had to buy growing light, and that's why now I have But when this Hoya was dying, that time I didn't have growing lamp, or I don't know why I put it under the lamp which I have in the living room. I kept this Hoya under that lamp. It was not growing lamp. If you don't have growing lamp, if it happens with your Hoya in winter time, you can put under the lamp, but it has to stay far from the window, because the water can get cold and it will never root. In winter time we have problem to root the Hoyas. In summertime, whatever you do, they root and they grow very fast, but in winter time it's very hard. With my some Hoyas with bilobata, some of them, they were dying also because of the darkness. I didn't have lights that time. It didn't come even to my mind that I have to put growing light on top of my plants. That's why I started losing my plants. See, I put this Hoya bilobata in the water during the winter and still I don't have any roots. Do you see this? What's wrong with this? I don't know. Maybe it's not strong like this Hoya. It has, see, if we compare the stem, it has tiny stem, and this is woody, but this is not. It look like a tooth pick. It's very thin, and this one is stronger. That's why maybe they root, and this one doesn't root. And see, from top it started growing roots, not from the part where it touched the water. From top it started growing roots. This is Hoya bilobata. See, it's still sitting in the water, and see how the leaves are wrinkly and they look like paper, dry, very dry, because it doesn't have any root to get moisture. That's why I think it look like this. And this one also started growing from top part. The roots are growing now. They started growing, I don't know. And see, this is Hoya carnosa. It was dying in winter time too, and I put it in the vase, and it's still like this. It didn't root. It rooted, but I put this one with other plant, and that plant was it was different plant, and after rooting I didn't have time to plant it on time, and the roots started decaying, and that plant, it made this Hoya decay also, see. And I cut this part which was rooting, and the roots were affected from that bad plant, and it died, and I have to cut again and plant it again, put it in water or plant it again. See here, when I had this Hoyas already rooted, after they start roots, they start growing roots, these leaves will change. Now they are dehydrated, they are wrinkly, they are almost dry. See, when they start growing roots, they will change immediately. See how they were and now how they are now. See, they are strong and shiny. Look at this. See the back of the leaf, and this one will become like this also. And half of it I planted in this pot, half I left to make video. See, still I had to make this video a long time ago, but with time I wasn't able to make this video, and I had also other problems with my orchids. That's why. See here how it grew. I propagated this Hoya. I planted from the, when it rooted in the water, I planted in this pot, And now how it's looking beautiful. See, it grew also already this branch. This is new branch, and how long it is now. See, when they sit in the water, they don't grow a new branches like they are sitting in the soil. See, it started growing new branch, but still it's small. But how they are growing in the soil, you can see, you can differentiate, see the difference. And here it started, it started growing two new branches from this stem. This is one branch, and this is other branch, and this one also. See, I cut it this much, and after it rotted I planted, and this is new growth. See how it grew in this summer. And the stem in the cutting, which is sitting in the water, it didn't change. It grew only with this branch. And now I will show you what's the best way of growing the Hoyas. Some people, not some people, everybody can do that. We can plant even one leaf of the Hoya. One leaf, we can propagate it from one leaf, but this is dying Hoya, and sometimes when my Hoya leaves they fall, I plant them. I don't throw them away, and I will show you examples. Here I have Hoya leaf, and I planted it here. See, it rooted. Wow, see, it rooted, and the roots are here in the soil. I pulled it out. Okay, anyway, I don't need this leaf. Here I have Hoya carry eye. They call it Valentine's Hoya, heart-shaped Hoya. And this, when I planted this Hoya, I didn't put it in water directly. I put it in soil, and it rooted successfully, and it grew this new leaf. See? And I'm very sorry that I took these leaves from this Hoya and planted it here. I wanted to see if this Valentine's Hoya will grow from one leaf, but in early spring I planted them. When I found my orchids from Florida, it was springtime, April. At that time I planted this Hoya, and this one I put it in water. See what kind of roots it has. It rooted successfully. They all rot in water, but still I don't have any new growth from this leaf. And now I see that this kind of Hoya also doesn't grow from one leaf. I don't know. In my experience, my Hoyas, they don't grow from one leaf. They root successfully, but they don't grow new growth. And here I have other Hoya, which I planted. It is Hoya carnosa. I planted it long time ago, maybe 1 year ago. I will show you. I planted it. It has long roots. Let me take it out, and I will show you. It has long roots, very strong roots. See what kind of long roots it has. See, but I don't see any new growth from this Hoya. It means Hoyas, we can propagate from one leaf, but they don't grow new growth. It's sitting in this soil for years. See, long roots. but it's not growing new growth. I don't know what's wrong, but people show that we can propagate Hoyas from single leaf, but they don't grow new growth. In my care, they never grew, but I don't know how it happened with your experience. I don't know. Let me know if you had new growth from one leaf. And now I am gonna show you what we have to do if we have this kind of problem. This is long Hoya. I'm very sorry that I have to cut this Hoya now. You can think that I can put this Hoya in a vase and I can reroot it. Yes, I can do that, but you know, until this Hoya will root, it will take time, and these leaves will become more wrinkly and they can even fall, and it's not good if I don't cut this Hoya. That's why I have to cut this Hoya into many pieces and put it in water or directly plant it in a soil. Now it's summer and I can do whatever I want. Here I will show you another examples. Here I have see, this is kalanchoe. It was small plant when I was planting it, and here I even planted kalanchoe leaves. They rooted, see. And this is Hoya also. It has long roots also, Hoya carnosa, and this is also Hoya carnosa. It has roots. And from the bottom, if I can show, no, it's dark. I have to put on the light now. It's dark outside. It's getting dark. And see, this is Hoya carnosa, and it had stem. When I was planting it, it had 2 leaves. And see how it grew in the short time. See, you can do this way also. You can do this way and put in a, this is a box from the sweet, from the cake, from sweets, cookies, and I planted it this way. I have different options here. I can put my Hoya in water. I can directly plant in a soil like I did with this Hoya and this Hoya. I can put in the greenhouse in the soil, or I can put in a greenhouse in the sphagnum moss. Whatever I want I can do. And even instead of the soil, you can put here perlite and vermiculite. This is perlite and this is vermiculite. You can mix this both and you can put in a box like this, and you put your stem, Hoya stems, and they will root successfully. Now I'm showing you different ways. Whatever you want, you can choose and plant. This Hoya I also didn't root in water because now it's summer, and you put directly in a soil and they root successfully. See, I will take this one out and will show you. See, it has roots already and they are growing. I put it in coco coir. This is 100% coco coir. It's not soil. See, this is coco coir. Now I'm showing you different options. You can choose whatever you want or whatever you have under your hands. Potting soil, vermiculite perlite mixture, coco coir, and water. Whatever you want you can plant. You can do this way.